Moving on to the other big story we're tracking, and of course, even that is building up to the 2024 elections. Now, Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court has sent Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to judicial custody till April 15 in the money laundering case linked to the excise policy. During the hearing, ED sought 15-day judicial custody of Mr. Kejriwal, saying the Delhi CM is totally uncooperative. Before entering the court, the Aam Aadmi Party leader expressed his concerns to the media, saying the actions being taken by the Prime Minister, referring to his arrest, are not beneficial for the country. Now, earlier on March 31st, top leaders of the India bloc, including Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, Sharad Pawar and Tejashwi Yadav, organized this protest against Kejriwal's ED arrest at Ramlina Maidan in the national capital. And Delhi Chief Minister's wife, Sunita Kejriwal, was also present at this Save Democracy rally. Now, ED has made some more remarks or revelations on Kejriwal post their continuing probe and questioning because he was arrested a few days ago. Revelations that are likely to cause some consternation within the Aam Aadmi Party. So what are those? Revelation number one, that Arvind Kejriwal is giving false evidence against other members of the Aam Aadmi Party. The ED says that Arvind Kejriwal has given false, contradictory evidence vis-a-vis other members. When he was confronted with the statements given by his own party leaders, he called them confused. Particular example, he changed the stance on party member ND Gupta's actions and words. Arvind Kejriwal allegedly initially said ND Gupta is an active member of the party and is a member of Political Affairs Committee and has knowledge of the party functioning. But when confronted with the statement of ND Gupta wherein Mr. Gupta said the national convener, who is Arvind Kejriwal, takes such decisions, Arvind Kejriwal called ND Gupta confused. Finally, Arvind Kejriwal, and this is the big one, has reportedly told ED that Vijay Nair, who's one of the accused, did not report to him but to Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj. On being asked about the extent of his interaction and reporting to Vijay Nair, who's a key cog of this alleged scam, he said, Vijay Nair didn't actually report to me. He reported to Atishi and Saurabh, and his interaction with Nair was very, very limited. We're also learning that Arvind Kejriwal has now made some special demands while he is in Tihar for the next 2 weeks. What are these? Special diet for diabetic people. He wants home-cooked food. He has also asked for books, particularly the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, and How PM Decides, which is a new political commentary by a journalist. He has also asked for necessary medicines that he can keep with himself. He wants to continue wearing a religious locket while in custody. And interestingly, he's also asked for a table and a chair. But I'm highlighting this because the main question Arvind Kejriwal has been facing is whether he can continue to run the government, as they're claiming, from inside jail as well now, from the ED lockup to Tihar now. But the larger question we're also discussing is this. Remember, the Prime Minister has kicked off his campaign, and the India bloc rally was also held 2 days ago. Is the opposition messaging, though, on the issue of corruption particularly confused? Now, why do I ask this question? Because remember, the Aam Aadmi Party is currently being seen with Congress, particularly people like Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Sunita Kejriwal sitting right next to Sonia Gandhi, for example. These are the people that Arvind Kejriwal accused earlier of corruption. On the other side, if you listen to the messaging from the Prime Minister, he has very clearly said that ED and PMLA all existed before he came to power, and they will continue to do their job, particularly against the high and mighty. The Aam Aadmi Party, remember, was the flag bearer of the India Against Corruption movement. Arvind Kejriwal was the face, and today he's seen with other parties accused of scams, including the RJD, including the NCP, Sharad Pawar faction, etc. While Prime Minister Modi has stated that the opposition is trying to use courts as a weapon to hinder ED's work, and that is being referred particularly for high-profile politicians, some of them arrested in the liquor policy case. Another message that is confusing for the audiences is that Congress earlier accused Kejriwal but has now changed its stance. This is something that even their alliance partners are asking today or questioning today. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi has actually said that the ED is returning the public's money, the people's money back to them. He said 22 lakh crore rupees have been seized in their governments, and 17,000 crore of them have been given back to the public that it was looted from. So as far as the battle over corruption is concerned, is the opposition tactics or optics failing to send out the right message. We'll take that forward with our guests.
सारा विपक्ष जिस आरोपी को बचाने के लिए प्रयास कर रहा था, न्यायालय की दृष्टि में वो गंभीर आरोप हैं।
जब से आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस ने दिल्ली में चुनाव लड़ने का काम किया है, इन लोगों में एक ऐसी माहौल हो गया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी में, जहां जानते हैं दिल्ली में तो ये लोग सीट्स नहीं जीत पाएंगे और ईडी, आईटी, सीबीआई का इस्तेमाल कर उनको जो हिरासत में रखा जा रहा है दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
Let's go across to our guest joining us, China NC spokesperson of the BJP with us, Sujata Paul of the Congress Party. Some more of our guests will be joining us in just a bit. Sujata Paul, let me begin with you. You even have somebody like Pinarayi Vijayan today questioning that when the charges first came out in Liquorgate scam, it was the Congress Party that was calling Arvind Kejriwal corrupt, wanted him to be arrested. Today, very suddenly, you've changed your stance. So why should the public believe you when you say that this is political witch hunt or vendetta?
The public is believing us because they are seeing the vendetta of Mr. Modi, because Mr. Modi is obsessed with power, and that is why today we see this kind of power play taking place. Can you explain to me how is it that it is the BJP that took 60 crores from Sarath Reddy of Aurobindo Pharma and then says that, oh, he's become an approver, so all is well. But it is Mr. Kejriwal who is to be held responsible. But because Mr. Kejriwal has refused to go with the NDA and he's come with India, that is the problem that Mr. Modi has. You look at it, he accused Mr. Ashok Chavan of Adarsh scam, and today he has been sent to the Rajya Sabha on a BJP ticket. You look at Yediyurappa, who has been, he has been convicted in one case. And he has been accused he's now accused in a POXO case. So all the Bhrashtacharis, whether they are imports or the original ones, they are all corrupt in the BJP. But the BJP will say that when they were outside, they were corrupt, but now they've come into the BJP, so they are all well.
I get that. But my question was different. Yes. Mr. Sujata Paul, my question was different. Yes. You did accuse Arvind Kejriwal of manufacturing this scam. You did ask for his arrest. Congress leaders took credit for blowing the whistle of this scam. So that scam exists, right? According to you, and Arvind Kejriwal is responsible?
Let me come to that. That is exactly what I tried to tell you. Maybe you didn't understand. What I said was, when we talk about this whole matter, we accused him. And yes, we did. We expected the ED to actually take out facts. But when the electoral bonds data started pouring out, then the skeletons in BJP's cupboard also started coming out. If we were accusing the Aam Aadmi Party, how is it that Sarath Reddy is in
Can I come in?
With the BJP?
Yeah. I'm going to come to China NCL. I'm going to give her an opportunity to respond on both of those points. The electoral bonds and the revelations they make, plus what happens to those corrupt or allegedly corrupt who join you. And Shubh Malhotra of the Aam Aadmi Party is also with us. I'll go to her next. Yes, China NC.
Firstly, Arvind Kejriwal, pretending to be holier than thou, has been involved not just in formulation of the excise policy, but in making sure that certain people benefited. Then you look at what proceeded. The beneficiary of the funds of this entire so-called liquor scam, which is not something the Bharatiya Janata Party is saying, which the honorable courts are saying. 338 crores of misappropriation of funds which under PMLA are spent on the Goa election. Now, if there are other AAP leaders also who have been in collusion with this excise policy change and have favored not just particular people but people who have benefited, there is a crime. You said the Prime Minister is obsessed. Yes, you're right. He is obsessed with the truth. He is obsessed with honesty and being a man of principle. He has fought the corrupt always, but he has no role to play here. It is the Enforcement Directorate, as per their records, where they have even said to the extent that Mr. Kejriwal did not even comply with giving them certain details, did not comply with the vis-a-vis the investigation, and we know that this entire case has been unearthed since October 2023. 9 summons and the proceeds of crime were used in the Goa polls.
That's the case. That will have to be established. That hasn't been established just yet.
And if you have so many AAP leaders who are so thick-skinned and who pretend to be this epitome of honesty and say that, oh, if anything happens, we will quit and we will resign, and they're doing just the opposite, which is only for the lust for power. Please understand that you cannot be absolved of your wrongdoing and pretend to be the victim when you're actually the culprit. And there is enough.
Can I go across to Shubh of the Aam Aadmi Party? One second. The same question also goes to the Aam Aadmi Party. I mean, look at the optics of these India Bloc rallies. And this is not the first time that has come under question, because Arvind Kejriwal has been part of these rallies in the past as well. You know, you've got Arvind Kejriwal's wife, other ministers sitting with Sonia Gandhi. You would remember what Arvind Kejriwal said about Sonia Gandhi or other Congress leaders. You would remember what he said about other accused in scams. You've got the likes of Tejashwi Yadav, Sharad Pawar. You can question the BJP's stance on corruption, but Arvind Kejriwal came from India Against Corruption. So is that not a compromise on your part too, and therefore you've lost your moral high ground to question anybody else on corruption?
No, why can't we question the BJP on anything other than that? Because, I mean, let me ask the BJP spokesperson over here, isn't it your Samrat Chaudhary, or leader of party in Bihar, who had tied a muretha on his head and said that until I remove this corrupt JDU Chief Minister Nitish Kumar from the position, I will not remove it. And now he is his deputy Chief Minister along with that muretha on his head. Pawar chakki piecing, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis had said, and now Mr. Fadnavis is sitting along with him, and both of them are, I don't know, not chakki piecing, but having meva together. So, you know, I mean, all the rhetoric aside, the rally that you're talking about, it was a coming together of leaders. It was a Mahakumbh against the dictatorial attitude of central government and weaponization of ED to bring down a democratically elected government, the government
Should
of
the public also
Kejriwal.
not think that this is also a coalition of the allegedly corrupt?
Let me just complete. I did not interrupt.
No,
I did not interrupt.
You didn't answer my question
You cannot.
either. One second, you didn't answer my question. My question
No,
was,
let me complete.
aren't these the same people?
I'm coming
One
to
by
that.
one. Aren't these the same people that you accused of corruption and wanted action against?
Yeah, so I am coming to that. Fine, these might be the same people, but these are accusations. Okay, you yourself are using the word accusations, then we cannot be judge and jury over here and say that, oh, he is corrupt. No, it is an allegation. And I will tell you why this allegation.
Yadav's father, the chief of the RJD,
you are not letting me speak. You gave ample time to the BJP.
I'll give you more time, but
you are
one second, you've got to be honest with what you're saying. RJD is an alliance member of yours. Is the RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav accused or convicted of corruption?
No, so you can ask the RJD spokesperson when they are here. But I am here to talk about my party and let me present.
What about your stand on corruption?
Let me present. No, what about the stand of BJP on losing Chhagan Bhujbal's file and closing his case? and saying that he has not done anything. What about
Sir.
BJP stand on closing Praful
Ma'am,
Patel's
just
case
allow me a
after he has
rebuttal.
joined BJP? So let me just complete. What I'm saying is that this arrest without a shred of evidence has happened at this particular time to do
Okay.
two things. One is to deliver a body blow to Aam Aadmi Party at the cusp of elections, and the second, the scathing evidence.
Can I
And
come
not
in?
just India, the
One second,
entire
Shaina ji, one
world
second.
should listen to this. The entire world should listen to this, that now Bharatiya Janata Party has been caught red-handed
Okay,
inside
Shaina
Delhi
NC.
Assembly. AAP MLA Rituraj Jha presented scathing evidence of tearing away of democratic fabric of our country by Bharatiya Janata
Okay,
Party.
ma'am, you
He
must
shared-
relent now. Otherwise, I'll have to mute you. One second.
No, you
Shaina
told
NC.
me you will give me time.
I've given you
know,
time
I
now.
think-
You've had
No,
more
you-
than
no,
enough
no,
time.
you
Same
didn't
time
high
as everybody
time.
else.
Out of
One
time.
second, please. Shaina
You
NC,
interrupted
respond.
me a lot.
No, I interrupt everybody.
Shivani,
No, you didn't interrupt.
Shivani,
No,
you
no,
are
I do
moderating
interrupt
the
everybody.
debate.
Shaina
My
NC,
turn.
please respond very quickly.
Shivani, you
my
are
turn.
moderating this debate.
Yes, very quickly,
Look,
but
it's
ma'am.
high time they stop playing this victim card. If they had
Nobody's
nothing
playing it.
to hide, can you please tell me why Mr. Arvind Kejriwal from October 23 has not cooperated with the Enforcement Directorate? Why has he not given his passwords to them, to the agencies? Why has he not responded to the questions which the Honorable Supreme Court and High Court have raised? And he's crying conspiracy. Please, people understand, you cannot just pretend to be honest when you're most dishonest.
But
This
ma'am,
is not the
Shaina
Aam
NC,
Aadmi
can I
Party,
just
this
come
is
back?
the Bhrasht Aadmi Party.
The
You
question-
have Mr. Sisodia and
No, no, one
Sanjay
second.
Singh
No,
sitting in
no
jail,
charges of
and
corruption.
still
One
you
second.
have
No
wanted to
charges of
cling on to your
corruption have
seat.
been
And
proven
if-
on the
if-
Aam Aadmi
if-
Party as of now. So I think we should refrain from acting as if the judgment
Look-
has been given. One second. Shaina NC, the question I ask of the
Look,
opposition
we are not
goes
sitting
to the
on
BJP
judgment,
too.
but
The
nobody
question
is
I
above
ask
the
of the
law,
opposition
Shivani.
goes to the
Post
BJP
2003,
too. You
the
are
Enforcement
claiming the
Directorate
agencies
says
are
suo motu
working
can
against
make
everybody,
arrests.
but is
Despite
that the
they
case?
did not arrest. They gave him every chance to come out and speak.
Yeah,
and
fair enough.
reply.
I am not on
He
that
chose
issue.
not
I am
to.
not on that issue. I am
And
not
if-
on Arvind
if you
Kejriwal's
feel
guilt
you're
or
above the
otherwise.
law,
One second.
And if you feel you're holier than thou, then please
Thou?
answer why
No.
the policy
I don't know how she's speaking over you, the moderator of the
Is
debate.
that not
One
I don't
second,
know
ma'am,
how she
just
has
hold
the
on.
right to
If
do
you
that.
feel that
Can I just have Shaina
the
NC with me?
Bharatiya Janata Party is questioning on behalf of the agencies,
Who's the moderator,
then look
Shaina
up
NC
your
or Shivani?
look
Who's
up
the
what
moderator?
Can I just have
the
Shaina
statute
NC with me,
provisions are
please?
for the Enforcement Directorate and other agencies post 2003.
Yes,
They
Shaina
have
NC,
been working
I don't know if you can
independently.
hear
The
me.
Honorable
It
Court,
seems like you don't have
question
my
everyone,
link, but I
and
don't want
only
to
play
speak
this
over
victim
you.
card. It does not work.
Kindly answer my question. The question that goes to the opposition goes to the BJP too. You may claim the agencies are working against everybody else, but in practicality, there are no leaders who are within the BJP, certainly not big names, and no leaders who come from opposition parties into the BJP who have any heat over them. Mr. NC, Shaina NC, that was for you. What about your stance on corruption?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that question.
I'm saying that the agencies don't seem to be
See-
going for anybody who has
Yeah.
who has joined your party since.
No, Shivani, I think that's a very unfair assessment, because whether it's our Home Minister or our Prime Minister, they have always said that when there are cases which are sub judice, we're not going to sit here on judgment, but there's no question of any kind of political insulation for anyone. But having said that, all the names you mentioned, did they all skip summons? Did they all not cooperate with agencies? Were they above the
What
law?
logic?
Were they pretending to be this so-called epitome of
logic?
virtue that the Aam Aadmi Party claims to be, when it's nothing but the Bhrasht Aadmi Party? And it is very clear that why he chose to skip summons.
Okay,
I
okay.
think today's press
I'm on the
conference
larger
where
issue. I want to
Subhanshu
give 30
Trivedi
seconds to
spoke,
Sujata
he
Paul
sup-
as well.
he
Sujata Paul,
supported it with all the
corruption
facts,
is going
why
to
the
be an
charges
issue
are
as far
serious
as
and why
elections
this
are concerned.
investigation has
And
taken
certainly
place.
the BJP, that is the incumbent, is making it a big issue. You must have seen or heard what the Prime Minister has said on agency action. He continues to repeat in this election campaign that the agencies will go after the corrupt, the agencies will go after the big names, will go after the high and mighty. He's owning it up as a badge of his performance. How does the opposition counter that?
He's not owning it as a badge. He's trying to tell you that he's going to misuse the agencies. Just like he has questioned the Honorable Supreme Court by saying that all those people who question the electoral bonds are going to be repenting it. Is he threatening all of us as well as the Supreme Court? But when you ask us a question whether which party is coming with us and which party are we going with, well, this is a party with whom nobody should go, because this is the party whose national president was convicted. Yediyurappa, while in power, was convicted. Today he faces a POCSO case. So nobody should join hands with the BJP. That's very clear. But Shaina NC did say holier than thou. It's not how, it's thou, but she actually meant tho. So she's sending out a message to all those corrupt people. But tell me, why is it that when Rahul Gandhi ji spoke in Parliament, Modi ji said, "Mujhe nahi
Ma'am, the
dekna
ED
inko,
is
hatao."
returning
Mama
all your
Mitra,
black
I
money
don't
back
want
to the
see
common
her. Get her
citizen.
out.
Please don't
And Arvind
interrupt.
The
Kejriwal put
ED
him in
is
jail because
returning
he's
all
not
your
coming
black
to
money
country.
back to the
Hemant
common
Soren
citizen.
You are
doesn't disagree
interrupting.
At least
with the
stand up
country,
for
put him
I
in
think the
jail.
anchor,
But
ma'am,
that are
you're coming
working.
across as biased if
let
you're
him
not
stay
stopping her
out
from
because he is
interrupting.
going to join me. So all those people who joined the BJP will be out, but all the people who are joining the India Alliance, Mr.
Okay.
Modi is scared of them, because Mr. Modi is going now.
Okay. To Shubh, the final question is this. The stance against corruption was your calling card. And no wonder Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party have won a lot of mandates repeatedly in Delhi. They've succeeded in Punjab, predominantly because the image was of an Aam Aadmi party, a common public's party. And also that you were not going to partake in the fruits of power, as they say. But has that message or image not been dented now?
Absolutely not. And I think nothing could be clearer after today, because we stand completely against corruption. And the biggest case of corruption of Bharatiya Janata Party has come across today when Aam Aadmi Party MLA Rituraj Jha presented scathing evidence with time, phone numbers, conversation documents. He has brought on record in Delhi Assembly for future generation to see how he offered ministership and 25 crores to switch to Bharatiya Janata Party and bring 10 MLAs with him. This has happened just today. And I think the world needs to hear the party that stands against corruption. Our MLA did not choose to sell his soul and switch over. We are not the Narayan Rane and we are not the Ajit Pawars of this world. We have, and not just that, he was also threatened that if he doesn't give in, then what has happened to a sitting chief minister of Delhi can happen to a small person like him. Now, what is the common person to think of themselves like that? That is
all
the
of these
sitting chief
claims
minister
that
of
the
Delhi.
Aam Aadmi Party keeps
It
making,
is not a claim,
either of
it
their
is on
MLAs
record.
being
It is
poached
on record.
or of threats to join the NDA, none of those proofs have even have been given in public domain
They have
either.
been submitted.
They haven't been
in Delhi
submitted. We are
Assembly.
waiting for
They
those
have been,
tapes also.
The number has
So
been
these
read
are
out.
political
The phone
allegations
number
at the end of the
has
day.
been read.
Which way will the public decide remains to be seen. But corruption certainly will be one of those top issues. I have to slip into a very short break. I do thank our guests for joining us.